Hi guys, it's Belle here and I'm back with Margarete Miller Monday and it is week 15. Don't forget to use this hashtag both on Instagram and on YouTube to see what everyone's doing in this challenge. There's so many different takes on it, which is great because if you haven't done this challenge before and you're thinking, but I just don't have this or I don't have that. There's so many ways people are doing this challenge that I'm sure you will find inspiration, and links to Margarete Miller's YouTube and her prompts are down below. And don't forget, I have a playlist of both the previous 2 years and everything this year so far. So let's get started. A repeating pattern found in nature. So I went for honeycomb with bees. It's getting to that time of year. As I said in my previous 2 vlogs, it's spring, flowers are blossoming, and this is what's in my head. So honeycomb, I've got scrapbook paper for this. Part of a product, a manual or instruction, guys. So this is from, I think it's a knitting magazine. This is what I went with. And I went for this bit because it's instructions on how to do this. But I thought these looked like flowers, which might work quite well with the bee theme. Ledger paper. So I just have a bit of spare ledger paper. Thread or a piece of fabric. So in my scrapbox, I just had this hand-dyed piece of fabric, paper with some stitching through it. We're just going simple with this one. A quote. So it's sort of a quote. Again, this is from a digital. I can't remember which one now. But I had, don't worry, be happy, which I kind of want. And something stenciled. So I have a kind of flower stencil and some inks. And I also have some little bee things that I may or may not use. We shall see. And I've already cut my tab out. And it's cut out of, I actually had the rest of the paper. Where's that gone to? This green beehive scrapbook paper. So yes, so this is what we're going to do. So the first thing is I kind of wanted to cut these out so that they kind of made a shape. You'll see. Yeah. So as I said, spring seems to be in the air. I have been recovering from an accident that I had and having to stay resting and being kind of watching out for any symptoms and things for the past 2 weeks. So by the time you see this video, those 2 weeks will officially be up. They're actually up the day I'm filming this video. So I just thought the don't worry, be happy kind of went because it's been a stressful couple of weeks, if I'm honest. I think I want that there. So I thought that was cute. So yes, that is what I'm actually going to put this in the background here. The ledger paper. And that will go on like so. But I also think I want some of this scrapbook paper on here too. Just to add a bit of something because it's shiny. It's got the gold. I don't know. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to glue down the ledger paper because I might or might not use the other ones. So I'm going to glue this down. I want the one with more writing. No, it's fine. So yes, it has been a stressful few weeks. It has affected like being able to video and everything else, to be honest. So, but I am grateful that it was not worse because it could have been so much worse. And I am grateful that the recovery has been, touch wood, the recovery has been actually an okay one. So, for those of you who don't know, I also suffer with quite a severe anxiety disorder. So, you can only imagine how bad that was alongside everything else. But, you know, I'm here. I'm happy. Recovered. So that is all good. I might just want that. I might not want this on here at all. Do you know what? I don't think I do. What I do also want to do is I want to stencil. So I want it to be, you know, obviously like flowers. So I have worn lipstick and mustard seed because that's just what I've got. I'm going to start with the mustard seed first. Let's put... Where is it? Sorry, I normally have a little piece of paper that I use when I'm stenciling and things. Don't know if you can hear the dogs barking outside, or howling rather. They heard the ice cream van. Oh, completely. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? This is just... I have been very tired during the recovery, and those dogs make me laugh every time they hear the ice cream van. Isn't that just pretty, guys? And it kind of, I wanted it because of the yellow and pink in this. It's so pretty. I'm also going to do it over here. Yeah. They make me laugh, those dogs. They're like, the ice cream van. I don't know. You might hear the ice cream van now. I mean, it's not their fault. They're dogs. These high-pitched noises set them off. A lot of things set those dogs off. They are adorable dogs. They are so adorable. I think they're like huskies or something like that. Oh, that just looks so pretty. Just like that. I'm just going to say it. Like, I really like that. Okay. Can't remember where my tag was last time, but I think I'm going to probably put it over here. So that's probably going to go over there. We've got some of this stitching that I thought might go under the tag. I don't want to cover up all of that flower though, that's the thing. Or it could just go along the bottom here. Let me have a look, see what I like. Could go on top maybe, and we could put the saying over it. I don't know. I don't know with that yet. So let's also cut these out. It said a part of a product or manual. Now I think sometimes when people think of something like that, they just use like the main part. I like to look at it and think, okay, what's on there that would be interesting to use, like this. Like, I feel like that looks like a flower. So that, to me, is the interesting bit to use on that. I mean, is it an instruction manual? It's an instruction, set of instructions of how to make whatever this thing was that they were making. So to me, yes. I have this adorable, like, 1950s cooker instruction manual that is in perfect condition. It even has like the little warranty card and everything, and I just could not bring myself. I think that's so pretty. I could not bring myself to use it. I just couldn't, because it's just so cute, and I feel like I want to keep it intact to maybe do a little journal with it of some sort. I don't know what kind of journal, but yeah. So I've done this before in other collages, but if it says, you know, like sweet wrapper or a bit from a magazine, or, you know, an order form or something, you don't have to keep it as that, or at least that's not how my brain works, like die cut out of it and things, because it's still part of the product. It's just kind of do like that as a flower, but I don't know if I like it there or if I want it kind of down here or something. That's what I'm thinking. I feel like I almost like it down there, but maybe I want the bigger one. I don't want to cover up all of that writing. I think that's what I'm kind of thinking of. The numbers. I actually quite like it like that. I actually do. And I don't think we need the bigger one. I mean, they do look like flowers. No, I don't feel like we need the bigger one. Quite like it poking out like that. Yeah, so let's do that. And then we'll stick this down because I need to work out where everything else is going to go. So yes, just because it says use part of doesn't mean you have to use it as it is. Like I said, die cut or things like that. Just do it in a way that looks pleasing to your eye. I think sometimes we can get too caught up in, oh, you have to physically be able to see that perfectly, that it is what it is. That doesn't bother me as much. I like it to just look the way I want it to look. So. And I also want to say thank you to everyone who has been commenting on these videos. I'm getting a lot of comments about how people are really loving seeing me work on this smaller size and what I'm doing with it, how it's, you know, how I'm managing to get a lot of detail or a lot of things on a smaller size piece. Yeah, I have to say when I first started, I can't cut straight. These scissors, I need to replace them. That's what the problem is. When I first started working on this much smaller size, this index card, when I've been working in journals for the last 2 years, yeah, it was a challenge at first. It really was. But now I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the smaller size and I'm enjoying the challenge of creating something on a size this small when yeah, don't worry, don't sing it, Belle. Yeah, I feel like I might want that there. I feel, do you know what it is? This is straight and I don't like it. Let's rip it. And now it's probably ripped so much that I won't even see that bit anyway. Do I like it there or do I want it up a little bit? I have these little bees as well, and I was wondering about cutting out a bee and putting it on. I have these little pieces which I did think were quite cute. They would go really well actually. And then I could put this somewhere. Maybe even underneath. Do we like that? I feel like I do. Do I like that one or do I like this one? You hear me go silent now because I'm trying to work out where I want to put the stitching. Because I was going to make this the tab. Do you know what? I still could. I could make that the tab. I could do that. Because I like that. Do I want this cut so I can have it like in 2? Is it too long as one piece? Is that what's bothering me? Something's bothering me about it. Okay, let's try that. I'm just going to ink around this in walnut stain because I feel like where I cut it, there's black border around the rest of it, except where I cut it, which is then just a white edge. So if I just bring it all together with walnut stain, it might be better. Don't worry. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Seeing the rest of it in your head, Belle. Right, yeah, that's better. That's working for me. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stick this down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and stencil back over it, to be honest. Let's have that thread hanging. So where's my... Yes, Binksles. That's my little kitten making her little meow noise. Oh, baby. She's like, Mama, I want my snugs. Where was it? Is this it? Now I'm trying to match up a stencil. Let's try and match up this. That would be better, wouldn't it? Was it this way round? I swear it was this way round, guys. Wait a minute. The struggle is real. All because I want this to match up. Do you know what? Let me do this and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've got it matched up. And I've already started stenciling on top of it. So that now goes over the top, which I like better. I'm just wondering if I want the edges rounded. Sometimes I like to do that, but I don't think I want to do that with this one. Let us also let that dry so that we can then write on here. So we're going to stick this down. Where's my glue? So yeah, my neighbour keeps beehives. He's got quite a few of them. And for some reason, these bees absolutely love my garden. Probably because I have a ton of fruit trees and things like that. But one of the things they love is my forsythia tree. I think it's pronounced forsythia. It was like the second thing I planted in my garden when I moved here years and years ago. Because I like, if you don't know, they're quite big bushy trees that are bright yellow, but they flower really early in the year. So they tend to flower, start having leaves and things about February. And definitely by March, I get yellow flowers, which is just brilliant because... you know, it's just nice to look out where my kitchen is. I see straight out the window the forsythia in bloom, which when it's been winter all year and you're like, oh, winter, you know, love it, but now would really like something green and beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice to look out the window and see it. But these bees absolutely love that plant. I've given him a cutting of it. They also really love my raspberry bush. So I gave him a cutting of that too. And still, they come into my garden. Yeah, I'm lucky I get a lot of bees in the garden, I suppose. Okay, guys. Although sometimes they swarm and... that's not as nice an experience. Let's write the number on here. So it's 15. Do you know what? This just has really made me smile, this one, guys. So let's have a look. We have a repeating pattern found in nature, and I've gone for honeycomb, ledger paper, a part of a product manual or instruction guide, and I've cut this out, this tiny little piece here, from a knitting instruction magazine. Thread or a piece of fabric, we've got thread up here, a quote, don't worry, be happy, and bonus, something stenciled, and we've got stenciling on here. And I just think this is so bright and colourful and cheery and makes me happy. And yeah, I was wondering if we want to put another part of that anywhere. I was wondering maybe down here. Because I feel like, I know it's not naked, but I almost feel like it is. There's only one way I can work this out. I do it like this and see if I like it. I don't know, I just feel like that's a bit naked. Do I want a bee? No, I don't want a bee. I like that. Yep, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do... You guys might be out there shouting, no, Belle, it doesn't need it. It really doesn't need it. But do you know what? I don't know. I feel that it does. And it's my piece. So I'm going to just add it there. I think it's because this doesn't go all the way to the end of the index card. And I think that's bothering me, that I can see a little bit of the index card, but it wasn't on purpose. Does that make sense? Like sometimes I like seeing that piece, and then other times I'm like, no, I don't like that. Do I like that now? I'm wondering if I can just add some pink on there. Just so that it's not as black and white. I was debating colouring it in, if I'm honest. That's what I was debating doing. And now let's add some yellow too. So it's there, but it's not as in your face. Okay, I think now I'm happy. And you guys might be like, no, Belle, it was so much better before you added that. Was it? Was it better? I feel like it wasn't. Could have stenciled a bit more, I suppose. No, I'm going to leave it there like that. So anyway, that's it. We've got everything on there, which I am super happy about. And again, spring is in the craft room. Because that's what I'm thinking about. We also now have a fox who's visiting our... I actually wondered if they had a den at the bottom of our garden. Because I leave the bottom of our garden really wild and overgrown. For animals, you know, and we have like slow worms and everything, which are endangered here. So I try and keep, we have quite a large garden, so it's not a problem. Just keeping that bit wild, sometimes too wild. And now there seems to be a fox, but yeah, we checked, there isn't a den down there, but we have this fox visiting in the daytime. And it is a really large, beautifully healthy fox, and it just loves lying in the sun under my apple tree, which is down just before the wild part of the garden. I have like all my fruit trees, and yeah, it's just lying there, chilled, completely relaxed, really, really healthy. So I don't know. What I would really like to see, guys, is a hedgehog, but now I'm rambling because I haven't seen one properly in the wild in years. You see them everywhere when I was a kid. But that's it. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Let me know what you think down below. Don't forget to comment. I really do like reading them. As I said, I've had some lovely comments on this series and what I'm doing so far. And maybe it inspires you to work on something a bit smaller with your collages, because as you see, it is possible to put stuff on there. I may go in and colour these, you know. I'm really looking at it and wondering. But thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. And wherever you are in the world, whatever season it is, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now, guys.